Alright everyone, so the newest episode of Dragon Ball Super aired. This was Dragon Ball Super episode 69. This episode review is probably going to be a little bit shorter than the rest of my reviews, if only because this episode, this was a crossover with Dr. Slump. And Dr. Slump is the original manga created by Toriyama before Dragon Ball. And she's made characters from Dr. Slump have made appearances in Dragon Ball before, being the anime filler and the manga as well. But while I do own some Dr. Slump manga, I haven't actually started reading them yet, so I don't really know that much about the lore and the characters of Dr. Slump. So that's why this review is going to be kind of short. But basically, what happens in this episode is there's a science fair thing that's happening, and Bulma is there, and Mr. Satan is presenting the whole thing, and the doctor from Dr. Slump is there, presenting a lot of his scientific achievements and such. And then basically Arale comes in, and Arale is with that ghost guy. Again, I have no idea. And basically, Goku's there as like a bodyguard to kind of make money. And I don't know if this is a call out to Justin Chatwin from Dragon Ball Evolution, but like the way Goku had his hair combed back, it looked like Justin Chatwin's from Dragon Ball Evolution, just a little bit. I don't know if that was just like a funny harken just to make fun of the idea, or I don't know. But basically what happens in this episode is Vegeta ends up fighting Arale, and it's funny because Vegeta is like he literally says over and over she's a gag comic character. This is the most fourth wall breaking Dragon Ball has been in a long time, for a character to recognize that another character in the show is a gag comic character. That hasn't happened in forever, So I thought that was funny. Vegeta gets his ass beat. Arale does a really cool thing where she punches the earth and cracks it in half. And then Goku's like, alright, cool, I want to fight. And so Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, starts charging up a Kamehameha. And they're all afraid because Arale is going to destroy the earth and stuff like that. So they try to do this weird thing where they throw poop over in her general direction, try to get her to play with it, which she does. She's just playing with poop. This is a really weird episode. But that's not going to distract her for long. So what they do is they end up talking on TV and channeling everyone's energy from all around the world to think about the most delicious food they've ever eaten. And it all goes into this one box, and it creates the most delicious food that has ever been there, right? So they end up making the most delicious food ever. And Beerus smells it from all the way in his home world and gets there in 5 seconds. And I was thinking when that happened, I was like, how the hell did they get there so fast? Even Whis said is 30 minutes to get there, but Whis, counters this and says, that's the fastest I've ever traveled to get here, and blah, 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 blah. It's just a joke. Beerus gets there, he eats the food, he's like, oh my god, this is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life, and blah, 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 blah. Something that's really cool is that ghost guy, the ghost villain from Dr. Slump, he's dead, right? He's a ghost. So, he's already dead. But he tries to, pester Beerus, and Beerus kills him, while he's dead. And even Whis notes that, just because you're a ghost doesn't mean Beerus can't kill you or destroy you. There's nothing Beerus can't destroy. And I was like, oh shit, that's one hell of a feat for someone to be able to kill someone that's already dead. That's one hell of a feat. Again, I wouldn't really take this as a legitimate feat because, again, this has just been a joke gag episode. Yeah, he kills him, eats the food, and he's like, wow, this is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life. And then Arale kind of gets in his way, and he tries to kill Arale, and then he ends up getting cramps from the food. I think that was kind of funny because most delicious food ever, but it gave you cramps. And then he ends up going back to his homeworld, and then that's kind of it, There wasn't really that much to talk about this episode, if only because it was just a gag episode. Better than last week, I think. If only because this episode was very self-aware. But anyways, next week we get the baseball episode, and I'm so excited. Especially when they showed that Yamcha's going to be using like Wolfang Fist in like his pitching. That's awesome. Alright guys, comment down what you guys thought of this crossover episode with Dr. Slump, and if you guys are excited with next week, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.